Come thrifting with me. I haven't been to my favorite thrift store in, I think, 3 weeks. The last couple of weeks, the day I normally go, they have been closed due to weather. They have very limited hours. I hope that they have their Easter stuff out, but I am hoping to see a whole bunch of new stuff since I haven't been here. Let's get to it. And as soon as I approached the door, I could see the Easter stuff. I was so excited. Now, I remember having too many figurines last year, and so I've been trying really hard not to get more, but it makes it so difficult when you see some of these vintage pieces. And while I was looking, I did have one of my followers stop me and say hi, and it was so nice, again, to talk to someone who just really appreciates what I'm doing, so thank you so much to her. I did talk myself into that plate because I recently broke my spoon rest, my Easter spoon rest. It super bummed me out, so I'm going to try and use that one for a spoon rest. I also was on the fence about that tin, but when I saw it was only 50 cents, it was an easy decision for me. This tray looked a little older. I just decided that I didn't know if I wanted to store something so big, so I left it behind. These green glass cups were also gorgeous. I have a couple at home already, so I decided I would just leave those for someone else. There were a lot of new items to this kind of glass trinket area that they've created. This little dish was something that is so my sister's style that I think I'm going to try and gift it to her with some earrings. They also had this little kind of egg, floral egg of some sort. I don't know what it's originally meant for, but I'm going to use it for Easter and toothpicks. They had some little dog trinkets, some Scotties, and a bulldog. So cute. But I left them for someone with that breed. And then I saw this Razorbacks toothpick holder. My cousin and her husband are going to be doing a new kitchenette area, and he went to Arkansas, so I'm going to get that for them. These old Easter baskets always just take me back to my childhood. I loved them so much growing up, and the neon, of course, too. But as I've said before, I have a ton of baskets. I definitely don't need any more. But what I could always use are some maybe magnets, especially handmade crocheted ones. So I was unable to kind of see what was all in that bag. For $1.50 though, I knew I saw enough that I'm going to get it for magnets for Easter. And I know I said no more figurines, but that bunny, I mean, it was $1. How can I pass it up? It was so cute. In the vintage corner, I was looking at this green Avon perfume bottle again. It's so pretty, but it's $5, so I, again, have to leave it behind. I have a couple casserole dishes like this. This one was $3. I just loved the orange and brown flowers and thought it would be great for grouping items on the counter in the kitchenette, so I grabbed it. And what I wouldn't give for this piece to be gold. Oh, I love it so much. It would be so cute on the middle of a dining room table with condiments in it, but since it's silver, I left it. The yellow lid of this container, of course, caught my eye. It would be so cute in the kitchenette for something, but it was $3, and at a certain point, I just have to draw the line. I don't know what I would use it for, so between that and $3, I decided to leave it. I also debated that soup bowl for May 1st, but it was really heavy, so it would be difficult to hang on a front porch, so I left it. From the kitchen stuff, then I decided to move on to the board game area. The faux wood box immediately caught my eye. I had never heard of Trick Track before, but once I gave it a little read and noticed it was $1, I decided that it would be really fun, and my son would probably love to play it because you can play it alone. Also, did you see the mini dice in there? Oh my gosh, so cute. I also know someone who is collecting little wooden games, and so I thought that this little cribbage was just so cute and in great shape, so I grabbed it for $2. And then I went back just to take another look at this and show you the 2 little die. So that was only $1. I decided to get both of them for $3. What a great deal. I just love vintage board games so much, like this one in its original box, but we already have a cribbage game, so I left it for someone else to love and appreciate. And I just had to say, I think I'd just kill it at that Brady Bunch game. If I had anyone to play it with, I would totally get it. And we are a trivia house, so I got some 80s and 90s trivia for $1.50. In the office area, they had this really good container that had some clear pins, which I had just purchased, as well as some split pins. What a great deal if you needed those items. And the container was great too, but it was $3. Since I didn't need them, I put them back, but then I saw these bamboo coasters. This is just such a vibe, especially for like the kitchenette. I had kind of talked myself out of them and started to put them back, but then just thought better. It's $1. They're easy to store, very small footprint, so I talked myself into them. Then I saw this beautiful wine bottle basket. It was $4, which I thought was a little high. And I don't have an immediate need for it, but I decided that when I do give someone a bottle of wine, I'm going to wish I had this beautiful basket. So I went ahead and got it, hoping future me will be happy with it. And we all have our weaknesses. I think salt cellars are one of mine. I love them so much. These are only $1. I have a couple at home already, and so I talked myself out of them, but gosh, I wanted one so bad. I'm still keeping an eye on different types of mugs. This one was really cute, but again, it's more of my vibe than it is someone else's, so I decided not to get it. I'm also looking at other floral ones for May 1st and seeing if there's anything I could use. I really liked that yellow one, and it was pretty big, so it would have worked great, but it was $2, and I'm just not ready to spend that yet. They did have a couple of mug holders and different racks, but all of them were not for sale, so no such luck. You guys may remember this little pig. It was $2. A lot of you guys said I should have gotten it. When I showed my daughter, she said yes, she wanted it for her trinket shelf, so today I grabbed him. And I don't have a use for these in my kitchenette just because I won't have a stove or an oven, but super cute, and I love the vibe. And they also had a crockpot insert that was perfect for a plant, plenty deep and not too big around. So I didn't grab it, but I hope someone gets it soon. It's so pretty. I also got really excited about this little cutting block, but it was $7, so I had to walk away. This was also a little higher than I thought it should have been. It was $7. Super, super cool item. Very 70s, early 80s. So someone will love it. I just couldn't talk myself into it. Then I saw this plant stand, just thought it was really pretty and worth showing, but now I think I've talked myself into getting it. I hope it's still there when I go back. It was right next to the candles where I saw this little brass holder with a globe. It was $3, which I thought was high, but I think I know where I'm going to put it, and that makes a big difference for me when I'm considering things, so I grabbed it. Then I saw a sign that yellow tags were half off, but I haven't been paying attention at all, so maybe something in my basket's cheaper. That would be great. We have rocker switches, so none of these will work, but I thought about the outlet ones for a hot minute. They're super cute, very 70s. I also considered this stapler for a minute because it was heavy duty and I don't want to ever get my husband's out, but I decided not this trip anyway, so I put it back. I did spy one vintage gold frame for $1 and grabbed that. And then this is very cute and also ugly. You know what I mean? I almost grabbed it. And then I always think I need this little leather folded thing. I just don't know how I would style it, so I left that as well behind. These multi-photo frames are just so reminiscent for me of my grandparents. They always had them growing up. I thought it might be really cute in my hall or in my living room when I get my picture rails, but there was no price, and I took it as a sign that I probably wasn't meant to get it. While I headed toward the checkout, I did see these containers for only $1 each. I know that acrylic containers can be kind of cheaper, but you never find them for $8. And since I'm a container person, I grabbed both of them. I quickly stopped by jewelry to see if there was anything I couldn't leave behind, and at $4, I had to leave it behind. Just a small box today, but I still spent $31.95. Quite a bit. Thanks for coming along, guys.